Hey everyone, it's Ben with Broad Shoulders Farm, and I just wanted to talk a little bit about who is in the big brooder right now, the main brooder. This whole building that I made is the brood house, but there's 3 compartments, could be 4 if I want to divvy this up, but this is where the goslings were raised, and they've been out all day today, and they were out all day yesterday. You can't see them out there, but Tangiers and Franny have pretty much graduated, though they still come back here to sleep. But that's going to end here pretty soon as I force them to stay in the duck and goose house. Over here is our first birds of the spring, hatched February 19th from Ideal Poultry. And they are supposed to go out into the larger run any day now. In fact, I'm about 4 days overdue. 4 days overdue when I wanted to get them out. It'll be 5 weeks. So their day is coming, but it's just tough having to do everything here on my own now, thanks to the pandemic. But let me just talk a little bit about what's going on in here. It's about 80 birds. They are all within a week of each other in age. So there was a group from Murray McMurray, and then sadly the lamp went out Friday after they arrived on Wednesday. And Murray McMurray was awesome. I lost 4, and Murray McMurray replaced them all plus extras. And then I wound up and just ordered some more just to bring the order up to a certain quantity. So, and in between, when those arrived the following Wednesday, I picked up a few blue leghorns at a local Fancy Rich Farmers store, and got those in there as well. So, but everybody in here is within 1 week of age, and I was just talking with someone about this on my channel earlier today. I do not mix birds older than 1 week. That's kind of the pushing the edge there. I've found that if you get birds that are have more than a week in between them, they pick on each other at worst, and it can be pretty bad. And sometimes maybe at best, which is still bad, they may get accidentally trampled. So older than a week, that's kind of the upper limit. I don't do older than that, and I don't encourage you to either, but you know, your mileage may vary. But let me just talk a little bit about who's in here. I think I ordered maybe at least a dozen breeds in this order, so I'm not going to remember everybody off the top of my head, but I have a feeling that this little character right here is one of my Bielefelder roosters. And I'm guessing that on his clean legs, his barring pattern, I think that's another Billy Roo right to his right, and then over to their left, I think is one of the Bielefelder pullets or girls. So I kind of recognize those. These black and white characters here in the back, 1, 2, 3 with the top hat, those are the Houdans. Or Houdans, I don't really know how you pronounce it. It's Houdans. But I really tried to increase my numbers of them this year because I've never been able to successfully get any out of the brooder in 2 different tries. But it wound up that we struck, sorry, trying to figure out who's hollering. We struck gold this time, and I think I've got about 6, including at least 2 males and about 4 females. They're very easy to recognize. I could also get in a little closer and look at their feet. They've got 5 toes. They are a rare heritage breed, so I'm really glad to bring them to the farm, to welcome them to the farm. Let me see here. Looks like this little barred rock is the one who's peeping so much. I don't know what. Honestly, it looks like a boy. What his problem is. I'll have to go back and look at that. I definitely did order some roos in here. Let's see. Who else? Maybe something that I recognize. There are some with. So this little all black character right here. I'm pretty sure that's a cockerel. A little boy. And my guess is he is our black Minorca rooster. I'm pretty sure I ordered at least one of those because I like the Menorcas. I've got them in both, excuse me, in both buff and black colors, and I like them quite a bit. So I know I added some, so that's my guess for who he is. There's some that, you know, I honestly I can't remember. I'm not sure who they are. That one, Little Devil right here, is probably a Partridge Rock. I ordered, I think, a rooster of those as well as a couple more pullets because I really like the partridge pattern. I think it's very attractive. And let's see here, this little chickadee right here, boop, with the black top hat, looks very similar to the Houdans that were over there. I think that is a crevecoeur, which is another little black heirloom French breed, and I may be confusing myself though. I couldn't quite remember. I thought the crevecoeurs had 5 toes, but if that's a crevecoeur, then they don't have 5 toes. So I can't really say for sure on that one. Who else is in here that I recognize? I definitely saw some Dorkings in here earlier, and I added them on a lark last time, but Dorcas, who you've seen in our other flocks, really won me over. And the Dorkings are, the ones we have are in a silver gray coloring. They have the extra 5th toe, and their pink little feet are so pale, and they've got short legs. So, who are you? Gosh, I can't remember who that might be. Are you maybe you're a Sumatra? I don't recall seeing a bird like you before, so I think you're a new breed for me. But anyhow, let me see if I can find a Dorking. Dorking. There's 2 different whitings in here, the whiting true blues and the whiting true greens, and they have a lot of variation amongst them, so I'm probably going to be hard pressed to recognize some of them. That little devil looks like a golden campine. Since this order's from Murray McMurray, that makes sense. They don't have the silver colorway, so my guess is that's who that is. Somebody very flighty. Gosh, I feel like that's a whiting. They're super flighty. Speaking of campine or campines, actually, I can show you the silver ones. Look like these over here, and I got these from Ideal Poultry, not Murray McMurray. And interesting thing about the campines, the males are their color is referred to as being hen feathered, which means it's the same pattern for the boys as well as the girls. They're a neat little breed. They lay a small egg, but they do it very prolifically. They're a rare, critically endangered breed, I think, if you check out the Livestock Conservancy site. And they're very personable. This little guy has been flying out of the brooder and hanging out in here in the larger space for at least a week and a half. He is quite precocious. But when I'm out tilling, the campines are always between like my feet and the tiller and just like checking stuff out for worms as soon as like I'm walking. They like walk between me and the tiller. So anyhow, pretty sure that is my Lockenvelder rooster. Golden Lockenvelder, that's one of the Golden Lockenvelder hens. There's another Golden Lockenvelder hen. I've got 2 silver Lockenvelders that I've had since 2018, since we started. And I recognize the colorings on that breed, so I feel fairly confident about that. These 2 right here, these 2 brown ones, I'm fairly certain that those are red Malays, which is a very leggy, very ancient Asian breed with tight feathering, and the roosters can be very aggressive even at this age, so I didn't get any roosters, but I want to cross them with some silver leghorns and see if I can get something approaching a Crinocopa, which is one of my favorite breeds, and it's no longer available from my preferred hatchery. So there's Dude. He hopped out. There's the ones that put on size the fastest are these mottled Javas. That's a great breed. I picked up straight run 2 years ago, those from Tractor Supply Store, and I had very good luck with them. As you've seen in many of my videos, Java the Hutt is my favorite rooster, and he's a mottled Java. This little character up here, I do not know who that is. Gosh, legs like that. Oh, I'm wondering if that's an Ancona. That may very well be an Ancona pullet. I certainly like a lot of the Mediterranean breeds. I'm wondering if that's an Ancona pullet. That's my guess for her right now. This little blue fatty right here, she's a blue Cochin. I've added Cochins to the flock this year. They're supposedly excellent mothers. They can also be little piglets, though. They tend to eat a lot if you don't watch them, and they may not be the best suited for a foraging situation, which is a problem because that's what we do here. But I'm going to try it and see how it goes. They go broody very easily, and they are very gentle. And those are two excellent traits that I would welcome into the flock and into the breeding program here. So we're just going to have to see how they do. I told you earlier the Dorkings were easy to recognize. There's the Dorking right there. Right there. See those pink little feet? The little silver gray body? They're an old breed that goes back to Roman times. And I don't know. I find them, they definitely have personalities. So a phone call interrupted where I was a moment ago, but I'm probably winding down here. I didn't just want to end being super rude. But we added Blue Andalusians to this group, more Lockenvelders. I think I added some Buff Rocks to this group, if memory serves me well. Looks like I definitely added another Barred Rock Roo based on this little guy over here that I've shown to you before. Hey dude. The little green legs of the Campines or Campines is another giveaway for them. Leg color, I mean, I don't know if you're going to be disappointed by the fact that I don't recognize everything I've got right now or not, but when you're looking at identifying your birds, things to look for are, of course, the overall colorings and markings, but leg color. Feathers, are the feet feathered? Toes, are there 5 toes or just the standard 4? Those are the things that I usually look for. I'm pretty sure this young lady right here is a Bielefelder gal. I think we added 6 Billy gals and 2 Billy boys this year. But I know in this order there are Dorkings and Campines, and I tried Yokohamas and Sumatras just in very small quantities, maybe like a pair. Actually, usually what I do is I try a couple pullets of a breed if I really like, and then if I really like it, I look at adding more plus a cockerel. There's a Buff Cochin. Remember I added Buff Cochin, Black Cochin, and Blue Cochin. And maybe a Partridge Cochin, but I can't remember. Murray McMurray may not have had that variety in a standard size. Who else is in here? Barred Rocks, Partridge Rocks. I feel bad, you guys. I'm sorry, I should have checked my invoice, but there's so much going on right now, from plant varieties and tree varieties to chicken varieties. But everybody is definitely part of the plan. Everybody goes to one of their respective flocks. And I've even got a couple Buckeyes that are being hatched out for me or being taken care of, brooded for me at another farm. They weren't available from the hatcheries that I was ordering from, but they were that a friend was doing an order of meat birds from, so she's got them and she's raising them for me. I'm a big fan of Buckeyes. I like them. And I know some of these black birds in here may be, or should be, Black Jersey Giants. I'm adding a few more of them. We've got the 2 Tessas, and they've proven to be very good birds that I like. And I'm excited to try out some of these breeds that I know I like, just getting the stock from Murray McMurray. So far, my experience with Murray's birds is that they are larger than some of the birds I've gotten from other hatcheries. So I'd like to see if the Murray McMurray Jersey Giants are bigger than the ones I've got. I'm also adding some blue Jersey Giants next week, and I think there are some Americanas in here, not many. What made me think of that is, it's hard to line this up, the chipmunk pattern on this one in here. That is usually something that I think of. That's common in a lot of the breeds, but it always makes me think of the Americanas. I'm pretty sure this is a little broken right here. Alright, so this little fellow is pecking me on the butt. Are you attacking me, or do you want to be friends? I hope you want to be friends. Hey, guy. You okay? What if I put that out for you? Yeah, we'll see. Alright. I am going to go. There's a lot still to do, and it's going to start getting dark here pretty soon. And I've got to get everybody ready. There's a good chance of a storm tonight. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you have questions, please post them in the comments. You can follow our farm on Instagram and Facebook at Broad Shoulders Farm. Questions, concerns, constructive criticism, welcome. All right. Have a great night.